We now have reason to hope that by spring, community testing and vaccines will combine to end this era of restrictions. But to get there, we must first navigate a hard winter when the burden on our NHS is heaviest and the cold weather favours the virus. The data already suggests that national measures in England have slowed and in some places reversed the growth of new cases. And as more data comes in, we hope and expect to see those trends continue. Together, we have prevented our NHS from being overwhelmed. But those dangers have not gone away. If we ease off now, we risk losing control of this virus all over again, casting aside our hard-won gains and forcing us back into a New Year national lockdown with all the damage that would mean. And I know that this will bring a great deal of heartache and frustration, especially for our vital hospitality sector, our pubs, our restaurants, our hotels, in so many ways the soul of our communities, and which continue to bear a disproportionate share of the burden. I really wish it were otherwise, but if we're going to keep schools open, as we must, then our options in bearing down on the disease are necessarily limited. These tougher tiers strike a balance. They're sufficient to continue driving the virus downwards, but it's important to recognise they're less intrusive than the current national measures. In all tiers, shops, gyms, the leisure sector, hairdressers, other forms of personal care, places of worship will reopen. You will no longer be instructed to stay at home, though you should continue to work from home if you can. What we want to avoid is relaxing now too much, and taking our foot off the throat of the beast now when we've got it pretty much where in a much better place than it was before the autumn measures came in. So
Tier 1, which is very similar to the previous Tier 1, slowed things down but did not stop the rise anywhere. So the reason why Tier 1 at this time of year, with the current measures we currently got before we have any vaccines, is relatively limited, is almost certainly anywhere that goes into Tier 1 will rise. And the only places that are there are places with very low rates at the moment.